Welcome back, guys, to our Georgia State Panthers Dynasty here. First game today going to be against James Madison. That is going to be a fun time. We already did our weekless practice plan for Butler and Brown, kind of put them on limited practice, but everyone is ready to go other than that. We look at the recruiting, nothing to really update. We have this visit in week 9. His deal breaker is at home, and we are pushing everywhere else. 2 stars for right now. We had a couple of lockouts against us because I think arguably those ones end up being lockouts because people bring them in, or just starting to see people in our conference and other conferences start going for the 2 stars right now. So that is something that we have to watch out for. But as of right now, we are pretty good with what we have here. I don't know what we're going to do NIL with these guys. We can actually get soft commits and things like that, and maybe any hard commits. But as of right now, we are rolling with a new dual quarterback that may come in. We're going to have more NIL as time goes on, but we'll kind of see how this goes. But recruiting is set from there. Now, James Madison, we can finally look at this by actual stats. And we look at stats right now, it is Camden Coleman, the pocket passer, 5 touchdowns, 2 interceptions for them. We did see Maiden come in, or there was Maiden. He came in for, looks like a drive maybe. Maybe he got injured beforehand, but it looks like he was starting and then went down with an injury, so we'll not see their starter. We'll see their backup. Petaway is their rusher. A lot of speed out of the backfield, but most of the touchdowns are by Nick Herman. Has that speed, doesn't break as many 20+ runs, but has some broken tackles. Looking like he is the second guy in line, and he's just pretty much cleaning up that goal line carries. In the receiving, only 1 receiver near 500. Groovius at 457, 3 touchdowns. Only 4 touchdowns so far in the passing game, which is interesting on that. On the defense, we have Harvey, who has the most tackles for James Madison. That is an interesting bit. That's not a linebacker, but my corners tend to have more tackles as well, so that kind of makes sense. TFL's there by Roberts in the middle. He also has the sack as well, and 2 interceptions for Harvey. It looks like Harvey's the one that's picked on most of the time. So let's get in this one with James Madison. It's going to be a fun time. We are away, and well, this is going to be a big game for us. Let's do this. Can we win our 2nd conference game? Welcome to James Madison University. A division game or conference game. Keep on thinking as a division because I'm talking about the NFL. Look at the NFL again, but it is a conference in college football, and we are JMU for this game. JMU, a lot of these teams are around the same, but not us. They're 2-1. We're 1-0 in the conference. They're 4-2 overall. We're looking to get even at 3-3. So we're going to take the ball here first. Murray takes us about the 5 and gets it up to about the 25. Cameron Brown, I need to not throw as many interceptions. 6 interceptions, 4 touchdowns. We need to get this passing game back on lock. But we're going to start off with a handoff to Butler for a gain of 4. Moving out of this. This isn't an audible. This is just how the play is. It's kind of a motion before the snap. So we take this one. Quick throw over the tight end. Hullier on a short stick route. And I'll make it a 3rd and short. Brown quickly taking a snap. Pressure in his face. It hits the receiver in the hand. He just cannot come up with it. We're going to have to take down Braden Waslowski here. playing out wide, but we're going to see a lot of Herman in the backfield due to the injury to Petaway. Quickly on the left side, that is to Oslowski there to start the day on that screen. 2nd and 6. So the sliders, I do want to say, these this game and the one for this episode, they had an update. It messed with the sliders. I'm going to have to change this. I think in total between these 2 episodes, something like 10 to 15 times that we were offsides. It was all the AI. So I will be adjusting that. Kind of how the game goes as EA does updates, change the sliders, and we have to compensate from there. So here we go. James Madison with the play action rolling out, looking, and that's overthrown. Nelson's going to take that one, and Keenan Nelson is going to take this to the house. It looks like outrunning the quarterback. Coleman can't get there. Woslowski can't get there, and we are rolling a 47-yard pick 6. That is a great start to today's game. Can we keep this heat up against this James Madison offense? But what a great play. Just an overthrow here, and there's no way he's making that play. No way. Way over his head by at least 1.5 feet. An easy play for us. Coleman, I mean, I don't know what he's doing there. He's planting his feet. He just missed the receiver. We're going to start with Herman out there, and we have a good stop on that one. 2nd and 8. Dropping back again. Going to be a handoff to Herman, and that's a 3rd and 5. They're going to get away from this passing game, likely because of that, but they're going to have to go to it here as we blitz. There. And it's popped up in the air after being deflected off a helmet, and that is a 3 and out. Can we answer with another touchdown? Dropping back. Brown is going to take this out of the pocket, be dragged down from behind, but not after gaining 5. Butler in the backfield on this one. 3 receivers left side, play action. Looking, rolling around, going to throw across his body to Riles and get the 1st down. Like to see that little rollout, but he saw an open man. Going to do a little bit of movement in the backfield, hand off to Riles. Riles moving it up, just cannot get the edge. Still a good gain of 4 off that play. We're going to hear bunch sets, and we are going to do this in this timing for this play. I got it twice last episode. I cannot get it at all this episode. But here, hit as he throws. Luckily, that isn't picked, but there's a flag thrown in the secondary. Kelly is on the spotlight, and it's going to be defensive pass interference. I mean, he was hit hard, Brown was. It wasn't a bad throw, but the underthrow will sometimes pull that, and we got it. And then Riles out there fighting through that contact to get 3. Play action again, rolling into pressure this time. Touch pass, and that is way over the mark. Trips right. Taking it in. Blitz is picked up, but there's a lot of bodies in front of him. And there's Riles with a jump ball catch, and that will move the sticks. 1st and 10 from the 12. Handoff to Butler. Butler trying to fight through that contact. That makes it 2nd and 7. Gonna be a handoff to him again, bouncing around, and just the backside edge does make the play on 3rd and 5. Handoff again, and he's gonna fight in the end zone. Not a lot of fight this season by Butler when it comes to scoring touchdowns from 10 yards and under, but shows it has some space there and fights through that one to get it. And we go up 14-0, just like that. Starting on James Madison's possession here, going to be a handoff. But on the right side, it has a good block there in the secondary. That's a good gain of about 14. In the hurry up here. Looking, Coleman. Going to hand it to Herman. Herman trying to cut it up the middle, and there's a sea of white jerseys there. A bunch set here. Going to be given off to Herman, has a couple of blocks and into Panther territory, breaking a couple tackles and falling forward through the contact. The pistol man in motion to the left. Play action. Coleman looking. As time throws it, his man breaks a tackle there and a big hit. That'll be a 1st down. A bunch set left side. That offside's not going to be counted. Thrown underneath. Kozlowski, and he has a good gain before we go offsides. I knew it was going to happen eventually again. So that should give them a first down. Now for the 25. Two tight ends set here looking around. Going to go underneath. And Kozlowski's there for the good grab. After that gain of 6, a bunch set again. Dropping back, looking. Going quick on the left side. Back to him again. And he will actually move back behind the sticks. Delay handoff up the middle, and Herman has a first down. Out of the pistol, tight end on the left side of the formation. Going to be giving it to Herman. Makes a man miss that hole as he cuts up a different hole upfield. That makes it a 2nd and 1 from the 4. Herman gets this one, and he is stopped short. 2nd and a short 2. Going to be a handoff to Herman, and what a good push by that offensive line to put him into the end zone. Trying to lead into half. We need to see how we actually respond to this one. Pretty good drive by James Madison and company. And Nick Herman just getting these carries because I think it's Pettigrew or Petaway is injured. So we're going to answer with a carry first, starting off with Butler for short gain. Butler man in motion in the backfield. Dropping back, looking, going underneath, and Riles has this one to the 40 and down at the 43. We're playing this underneath game, a little bit of some running mixed in, but we need better first downs. Dropping back, looking, going to move out of this pocket, and he's going to have a first down. Put the ball on the ground, it's going to be recovered. But JMU, we're going to take another look at that. It could have been a close call. We've had some weird things. The AI not challenging plays that were clearly down. We aren't the AI. And we're going to take another look at this. He's hit. It's going to be close. But his elbow hits the ground. That's why it comes out. We do win that challenge. Dropping back. Quick throw the tight end underneath. And that is dropped. Moving off the Butler here. Has a couple of blocks and knocked down near the sticks. We're going to move the change, though, and that one is Butler. Another short gain of 3. I mean, 3 and first down is better, but we'd like to have a better first down. We get the blitz, but just a bad throw by Brown on the move. 3rd and 7. Moving away from pressure. Going to dump it off to Butler out of the backfield for the first down. Looking here, tight end left side is going to be a handoff to Butler. As a block here, moving in left hash, and that's a good gain of 7 on first down. Gonna do a little RPO, quick throw left side. Hollier's gonna get the first down, and it's up to this running game. Butler in this goal line has not been great, and he will continue to not be great on the first down. 2nd and goal. Gonna get this play going here. We throw it up, and that's a lot of traffic there. And it trips left on 3rd down looking. As time throws it while hit, and so we're only going to get a field goal out of that one. Holman in the shadows of the stadium here. Good pressure from the outside, but the underneath route is easily used there for the first down. Herman in the backfield. He's going to go out to catch a pass, but going over the middle. What a good play. Wisnowski has that over the middle with a big gain. Going to be a handoff here to Herman. Stopped. And that is some good defense. Unlike what we had over the middle in that pass. We're going to send 5 here. And that is a comeback, or a little stick route with a comeback at the end of it. It makes it 3rd and inches. Dropping back Coleman. Pressure in his face. Going forward. Oh! And that is knocked out of his hands. Almost picked off. They're going to go for it on 4th and inches. Going to be a handoff, and Herman will easily get that. Good push of the own line. Tight end on the right side. Herman in the backfield. He is going to get an RPO there, and the quarterback, Coleman, is going to take that one for a loss of 3. We got, was it 13 personnel set there into a screen, and we quickly rally to that one. It's a 3rd and long 12. Can we stop them and keep them out of field goal range? Dropping back, looking, going for it up, and we just don't even tackle him. Maxi out there, just not great. Not great at all. And that will be a good one for Kozlowski. 3-point game here. Everyone in motion towards the right, making a bunch set. Brown takes the snap, looking over the middle with pressure in his face. Washington gets this one. Don't see him a lot on the field, but a good first down there. Dropping back, 40 seconds left. Playing out to Butler. Butler gets a couple of blocks, and that is a good one, but we're going to take our first time out. Out of the shotgun, dropping back, going away from the middle pressure, going for a short pass and moving the sticks. Empty backfield set. Pressure again is there, looking downfield. Throws it, that's going to be caught. Good shoestring grab. Looks like that one was by Holier. And here is Brown up the middle and sliding. We're going to take our second timeout there. 11 seconds left. We need at least a field goal out of this one. Looking, scrambling. And we're going to push this way. We'll take our timeout. We're going to go for it. For the end zone. Looking, quick pass, left side, jump pass, and it's caught. It's caught. A Burun. What a good high point catch. And that makes it 24-14 to go into the half. What a play there. A little bit of a gambling out there, but you'll love to see it. When it goes right, if it goes wrong, it's bad. So we check some scores here as we see Florida over Texas at halftime. Texas is ranked number 10 there with just one loss in the conference. It's a shocker there. And then going around, Washington over Purdue, Boston College over Pittsburgh, and Arizona Tech. Looks like that was Texas Tech on the top that they were over. So not really a lot of shockers around the league when it comes to simming, with some bad teams winning to some good teams or anything like that. But today, we are playing very well. No Jekyll and Hyde here to start this first game. And now we just have to finish it. Here's the stats here. Looking pretty good in the rushing department and okay in the passing. So we'll see if we keep on doing this. So Coleman's going to start out this JMU offense with the pistol. Play action. Looking, going underneath. And that tight end, I don't know how he got that football, but he did. It's first short gain, though. 2nd and 9, dropping back. Going over on the right side, and he's free. Just no chance for the coverage there. The pistol. Herman, good open field tackle there. We'd love to see that one from our linebacking core. Dropping back, looking. Has time. Going short again, trying to keep it in front of the sticks to make it a 3rd and 2. Got tight end on the left side. RPO, pullback, and that is over the middle. I thought maybe he comes back over the line of scrimmage and the sticks, but he doesn't. And then he answers up with a great pass towards the sideline. And just like that, Coleman has this offense going crazy right now. Another sideline grab. And now trips left out of the pistol. Looking here, trying to get us to jump off sides, giving it to Herman. Herman over the middle, and that will move the sticks. JMU trying to answer quickly in this second half. Quick pass on the right side, and we will stop that screen. 2nd and 7. Play action. Looking deep. Looking. He maybe had a man over on the left side streaking across the field, but he goes with the short one. But on 3rd and 3, able to convert that one as Camden Coleman is going strong. No flag is thrown. Actually, it's a late flag thrown for that offsides, but they're obviously not going to take that offsides, and they will take the good gain, making him a 1st and goal from 3. So out of the pistol. Looking here. A dual set on the right side to set up a screen, and we rally to that. Kozlowski is not going to be blocking anyone on the outside. We're going to stack this box. Looking, going short, and he has to come back to the football. That makes a 3rd and goal from the 1. A pistol formation again, and a run. Herman is denied. And they kick the field goal, make it a 7-point game. We're going to start out with a handoff here to Butler. Putting it back out to the right side, and that's a good gain of 6. Brown going to give it off again to Butler. Has some room in front of him. Into the secondary, working near midfield. Have a 13 personnel set in for max protection. We go underneath to McBride, the second tight end. And that is a good gain of 6. Little play action, rolling away from a lot of pressure. We're going to go for it, and Hollier just cannot come up with it. So a 3rd and 4. Making some adjustments at the line of scrimmage. Going to roll out to the right side. Looking. Has some speed. Brown's going to have the first down and then dive. Get down, not take the hits. On the right side. And this is going to be a misdirection and nowhere to go. It's easily cut down. Other in the backfield, Hollier, the tight on the left side, dropping back. Brown. Looking. Pressure in his face. Gets the ball out, and that is an incomplete 3rd and 13. Looking here, dropping back, rolling to the right side, going across his body, and Riles cannot haul it in. It's right to him, right in his hands. And so that will be a punt. And we'll see. This one, this is a short punt, too high in the air. There's no bodies out there. He's going to make it to the 40, the 50. Kicker is going to take him down at the Panther 40-yard line. A little pistol with a tight end in the backfield. Going to be a screen and good blocking out there with Wazlowski starting that block in the first time. And, well, that's a good gain of 12. Dropping back again, Coleman. Trying to get back into this. Quickly, we're there on that short pass. And they're in the hurry-up offense. Trying to get some tempo going to catch us off guard. Dropping back, looking. Going over the middle, and that is incomplete, way over the head of the intended receiver. 3rd and 9, dropping back again. Looking around, has time, going forward on the left sideline. Caught down, tight coverage there by Maxey, but not able to prevent that throw. After another offsides on a 1st and 5, they don't just get the 5 yards. It's Herman into the end zone, breaking a couple of tackles. And that makes the tie ball game 24-all with Nick Herman in his 2 rushing touchdowns at this point. I think he said 3, right? 3 rushing touchdowns at this point. Actually, it's 2, and then Wazlowski had a passing touchdown. So 24-all, we need to answer. We set up the first with a screen, and Butler with a couple of blocks in front of him, trying to cut it across field and work it downfield, but he does pick up a gain of 11. Dropping back out of the shotgun again. Looking, going underneath to Avery. Avery will get it in to JMU territory to the 49. Butler in the backfield will get this one. Trying to go somewhere, but nowhere to go. He does get 2 out of it, but you'll like to see more from that. Brown faking the pitch. Looking, going underneath. Should have been picked off. But lucky with that one. Trying to get to Riles. This next one, though, Brown trying to move away from pressure. Going across his body. Finds Hollier. Hollier trying to get something better. It is 4th and 4. And we're going to go for it. Brown dropping back. Looking. Rushing over the right side. Looking. Goes across his body again. Finds Avery Jr. for the catch. And goes down for the first down at the 24. Great throw. And that is even better as we go through. Butler gets himself a block and scampers into the end zone for the touchdown. Just like that, the Panthers answer quickly. 31-24. Butler is on a roll right now. Had 80 yards rushing or show this first half, and he is putting it on, getting some more as we put some pressure, and that's a short throw on the left side. And Coleman trying to engineer something. And a motion from the right to the left. Play action. Herman stays in the block and wide open over the middle between 3 zones is Wazlowski. And that's a big gain in the Panthers territory. Play action to Herman. Quick throw right side of the tight end out of bounds. And that's a gain of 8. Tight end from right to left, back to the right, and he hits the ball. It's on the ground. It's gonna be picked up by Butler, and he is gonna go down into JMU territory. And look at this. They don't seek it. They don't sink anything here, and it's a misplay, miscommunication. Ball is on the ground. I think this is supposed to be snapped behind man in motion or in front of him, but it hits him. And we're going to come out, and Butler needs to run this for another touchdown to seal this. That's what we're looking for. He's had success in the second half. Moving around. Brown goes down with a big loss here. 3rd and 14. Dropping back. Brown has time. Rolling over the right side. Looking. There's pressure in his face. Throwing across his body. And it's off the hands of Avery. We will punt this one. Unfortunately, cannot get the run game going, but with that sack kind of puts us behind. And then with a great punt, or at least a better punt than we've had, we trap them on their own 10. Coleman play action. Looking, pressure in his face, has to quickly dump it off there into the flat. It will be only a gain of 2. 13 personnel out here. Coleman running around, looking, crossbody throw in. That is good coverage downfield to knock it out of Wazlowski's hands. 3rd and 8. Dropping back. Coleman. Pressure off his side, and he's going to get this off for the first down to his tight end. Going to be a screen pass right side, and we corral that one, but not after a gain of 5. Owens with the stop out wide. Dropping back, looking. Coleman going underneath with a drag route, and he'll have that one. Nelson in trail, pushes him out of bounds. Trying to get back into this one. Coleman's going to hand off to Herman. Herman has a good set of blocks down at the 50. I was going to say in the Panthers territory, but that's at midfield on the dot. Herman, though, is going to get this one into Panthers territory on the next play. And the clock is still ticking down for this JMU offense. Dropping back, looking all the time in the world, going, looked like he just threw it out of bounds. Didn't want to be caught for grounding. And this next play, giving off to Herman, that's going to make it a 4th and 4. This is likely for the game. Dropping back, Coleman looking, going, it's red, and that is knocked away for the intended receiver. We just need 1 first down. And Butler's going to give it to us, but he's going to give it to us more. 25, 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Xavier Butler. The man has put the nail in the coffin, and we have moved to 3 and 3. Xavier Butler, big game today in his rushing. 3 touchdowns to seal this game. Coleman, of course, going to come out and play some pride this next drive. And we'll see what he can do here. Dropping back, looking. What a touch pass. Coleman over the middle. That route is just between the zone and space. And that is amazing. But Coleman here just completely misses his receiver. So he's got a little hot and cold streak going on here. And he just needs to get comfortable and get back in the groove. Coleman, though, rolling out this time as he throws, and that's incomplete. It's a 3rd and 10. We got 2 in the backfield, including Herman in the pistol. It's a max protect. He goes into pressure, but Wazlowski on the outside does haul that in near the sideline for the first down. Dropping back, looking quick to the screen over there. Herman going out, and that is corralled down. Not the greatest speed in this defense, but we do limit it because that is so far behind. And in the next play, off a blitz off the edge, we do get the sack. 3rd and 17. Going to be another screen. We rally to that one. Herman nowhere to go, only picks 2. And this is the last play likely of the game if they can't get it. Dropping back, looking. Coleman looking, pressure up the middle. He's going to go away from it. Pressure again, and down he goes. That will be a kneel out and end to your ball game. What a great game that we played here today. Panthers put it all on the line out there. The rushing game is great. Your player of the game is a $142, 17 touches, 3 touchdowns by Xavier Butler. Like I said at the beginning of the season, this offense is going to rely on Butler And it's really going to rely on those legs getting us touchdowns, but we need to figure out our goal line situations when we need it. Didn't hurt us today, but it's hurt us in the past. This is a good step to getting ourselves to the top of the conference. What a game. Able to get this run game going. That puts us at 2-0 in the conference. I felt like we could have lost it there in the second, third quarter, but it comes in with a good yards per play. The rush is great, 25 for $178, 3 touchdowns. We saw the rushing game come alive yet again for 7.1. That's great. Another touchdown, but we still turn the ball over a little bit. Fourth down, we did have one fourth down conversion. It was a short one, but third down, I mean, James Madison got a lot of their third down conversions, but we had some good goal line stands when it came to, well, actually, I should say short yardage situations, and which resulted in getting that fourth down conversion right down, stopping them twice with some sacks. I felt like we were pretty good, and again, in the red zone, that being up there is a good thing. We'll start with James Madison with theirs, 37 of 46, playing from behind a lot with this. 334. We allowed some big plays, but we didn't allow big plays for a touchdown. And that was the biggest thing with that. 1 touchdown, 1 interception. That one we returned for a touchdown ourselves. 99 yards on the ground, 2 touchdowns for Nick Herman off 99. And this one is really important here. We bottled up Coleman. He's a pocket passer, but we put some pressure on him late, and it worked. Buck 37 off 9 catches for Braden Wylowski here. I mean, elusive. I mean, he's put it together as decent speed. Route running is great as a junior, and 1 touchdown. So that was that good 36-yard pass that he had. Was the most there. We got 1 sack, I think was an actual sack, and we had our other coverage sack. TFLs are pretty good for James Madison, but able still to run the ball effectively when we needed to. Give up 2 sacks. Didn't have any turnovers, but the pass defense they did do decently well. I think over to us on the offense. Passing offense, it can get a little hot and cold at times. A little bit of hot and cold. But today, 18 of 29, $174. We had some drops today. Should probably be around 250 to 275. We're rolling on the outside, throwing the ball in. The guys gotta catch the ball. Did have 1 touchdown on the day. That was a short one, and we threw it up on 4th down, and he came down with it. 7 attempts, 7 rushes by Butler, $142 and 3 touchdowns. The running game was going well for the true freshman, and this is going to be a great time as a true freshman for Butler to just keep on pounding the rock. In the receiving, not big numbers here in the yardage. We're going to slowly add more things, but the issue is we don't have a lot of speed out here. There's a couple, I mean, Butler being our running back, but other than Avery, we don't have a lot of speed out here. Lower 90s to higher 80s. So we're having to play a little bit of a higher RPO game, and it shows, but we're going to keep on slowly adding this playbook. We're going to use Indiana's as a basis off that. Did give up 1 sack by Peter Diaz on a right tackle. Good tackles here. Deuce Lee and Maxey all over the place. I'm liking these 3 safeties because it is working with a lot of speed out there. Butler with 3 TFLs with Owens. You had 2 sacks there. The last couple of drives, Butler and Howard. Made an interception by Keenan Nelson that took it to the house. You'll love to see that, the senior. We did have it's not really it wasn't a forced fumble, just a snap that was messed up, and Keelan Butler coming away with it is a big thing. I mean, the conference games, I think we need to just win 2 more, maybe 1 more, and we have that NIL, and we have all the ad goals. That's crazy to think our ad goals are that low because this team went 1-11 last season. All right, let's go into the next week. James Madison is the first thing that we need to knock down. With that being said, that conference win is the next goal, and then maybe our NIL will be a little bit higher going into next season. And we have the Sun Belt Conference Player of the Week, Xavier Butler. 17 carries, $142. You'll love to see it. So Arkansas State, who is there, that Player of the Week is logged in right there. And we're feeling great. So what I changed with this practice portion is I looked at like the career health with these guys, and we are doing a little bit like at halfback and some changes for these guys because we do want to keep them at least some point. And there's not really a risk of injury at this, but we want to keep them fresh, at least with Brown, for that season in career health. When they come back coming in next season, I hope they're in a pretty good spot. So confirm this, and I'm feeling pretty good. Decreased here, but it's all right. We're trying to get a lot of these guys with their careers just keep on sliding through, but I'm liking what we're seeing from guys up top, though. We love to see it. For recruiting, nothing to really talk about at this point. With these guys, I do want to kind of go through and give them a little bit of love and attention. However, what we're seeing here is like we have to put some time to these guys, and that's fine. I do see that. But at the end of the day, I'm going to see what happens when I do this. And I'm going to go forward, and I'm going to put out some scholarship offers. Now, we can always change this NIL right here. So, well, actually, it says it would lock us out. It's not something that we kind of want to do. All right, let's do this. We are ready to go. Arkansas State, let's take a look at them. They are a pretty good team in this conference, so we need to worry about what they can do against us. Arkansas State here, Trey Owens, 74 overall. Not a speed guy, but has pretty good throw power. Only a sophomore, so he'll likely be in Arkansas for at least 1 to 2 more years unless he moves. 14 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Okay. In the rushing, this is the power of the attack. A absolute bruiser at halfback. It's going to be Kenyon Clay. 583 yards, 4 touchdowns, and a little bit of an east-west playmaker, so a little bit more shifty. There's a little bit more speed out there. Spencer with 5 touchdowns. So this could be a 1-2 punch near the goal line. We'll see how that works there. Receiving, this is where a lot of their yards and production has come from. 3 receivers over 500. 1 is over 600. It's going to be Hunter Summers with over 600 yards, 2 touchdowns. But sharing the most touchdowns is Chauncey Cobb, which is an elusive route runner with that speed at 83, and in a gadget type of player, the senior Nana Burris with 5 touchdowns, 564 yards for him. Not gonna be, well, maybe we can get a little bit of pressure out on the flanks against the tackles. We'll see how that works. A lot of TFL, well, not a lot of TFLs actually, maybe some running on the outside. with that, but some decent amount of sacks in the middle and on the edge. So we'll see how this pass rush is. Only 3 interceptions on the day, and that is going to be a bit of a matchup nightmare if we keep on doing this run game. When it looks like the numbers right now, obviously Arkansas State, high-powered offense. That's what we're looking at from them. On the flip side, their defense is giving up a lot of the yards. 423 yards given up. Here we go, our second game today. This one's going to be interesting. A forecast of rain, so we're going to see a little bit of the dynamic weather. It's not raining yet, but this could turn on a dime. We're also taking on what is Mr. Hurricane's team from last year, last cycle. I was thinking about doing it at Arkansas State, but I wanted a little bit more of a challenge with Georgia State. Plus, I want to eventually take this to where we start playing teams like Georgia, and I think it'd be a fun rivalry. So here we go as we kick off to Arkansas State. They're 4-3. We're looking to try to get to 4-3 as well. Taking out the end zone here. Not the smartest move, but only 2 yards short of what they would, because I think it's 25. Trey Owens, last game, dotted up their opponents. Chauncey Cobb has been great getting those receptions for him. And so we're going to try to take down this one, but they're going to start. I believe this is Clay. There's a number 4 and a number 5. Number 5 is going to be Clay, and then Spencer will be number 4. Dropping back here, looking pressure is there as he throws, and that is incomplete and out of bounds. Looking here, and again, I haven't adjusted the sliders on this one. It's going to be after this episode into the next game, the next episode, so don't worry about that. We won't have as many offsides going into that next one, so sorry you have to look at so many this game, because there's even more with the rain. Going over the middle, and Owens will have a first down. High down on the right side, and there is another jump off there. It's going short, and what a play by the receiver. That was insane. That's Cobb out there, I believe, in the number 2, and that will be what they take for that gain, even though Reader was offsides. Here Owens scan the defense. We're going to send a blitz. We do get pressure, and what a grab. What a grab, and what placement by Owens. So like I said, on this drive, 3 offsides. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. So Owens here making some adjustments on the left side, looking, dropping back. Again, he's going to put that out, and that's going to be play out there. Nowhere to go. Actually, only a gain of 1. Dropping back, looking. Clay's in on the blocking and going the outside. Trying to spin off that one, and that is a first down. The pistol, dropping back, looking. Blitz is picked up. Going here, and that is knocked away by Maxey. And that's some good defense. So we don't get caught off sides there. We get the right tackle to bite, which is funny, but it's not funny. Trey Owens dotted us up there with that great RPO. Up the middle, this is Spencer's first carry. As he's going to see more of the field here. 2nd and 9. Going to be a keeper. Toss out and nowhere to go. Just great defensive discipline. Stay with the ball. Dropping back. We do send 4 going over the middle, and that is incomplete over the heads of everyone. And that will go over after that field goal. Xavier Butler in this offense. Buck 42, 3 touchdowns for that last game. Can we repeat that in this one? And likely a rainy day going into the second quarter. But the rain is not starting to fall, and that's a good gain there for Butler. A little play action. Looking. Brown. It's time thrown across his body, and that's way behind the receiver, and that's incomplete. The cross body throws are hard going in motion like that. Going underneath, and Avery just drops the football. So on a 3rd and 10 here, we should have a 3rd and short. Dropping back. They send forward. We go underneath the Washington. He's taken out from behind. And that is a punt back. So unfortunately, we just cannot do that. We cannot get behind everything. So here, a little hurry up as we're caught out of formation, and Arkansas State is just putting us to some high tempo stuff. Play in the backfield. Good blocks in front of Owens. Off balance throw deep into double coverage. The first one's there to knock it away. That's Nelson, and that will be incomplete. 2nd and 10. Man in motion from the left to the right. A little bit of an RPO, and that is not fooling anyone. But Spencer breaks one tackle, gets through a second before he's taken down. That's a 3rd and 5. Looking here, quick throw right side. We are not fooled by that. That's a little out wide. Has 2 receptions, but only 8 yards. Big punt by Arkansas State to put us at our own 9. Gonna drive 90 yards for this one. We're going to start with a handoff to Butler for only 2. Again, these rushing woes in some of these aspects are a little rough, but we just need to come through, and we come through big with Brown with a 1st down. On the 21 now, looking, a little RPO give to Butler, and just numbers on the line of scrimmage for this defense is just beating us up. Dropping back, looking. Pressure is picked up. Hollier close to the sticks and taken down. Looks like 3rd and 2. Rain has started to fall. We're going to give this handoff to Butler, and that's a 1st down. Just hold on to the football. Probably going to be a sloppy game from here on out with this wet conditions, but we need to use this good running game to our advantage. Right now, only 5 yards for 19 is not great. Looking back. Looking nowhere to go with that one downfield. Good coverage, and that makes it a 3rd and 9. Brown dropping back. They send one extra. We go underneath the Riles. Riles stopped 4th and inches. We're going to go for this one. Looking as time throws it quickly, because I did not see him. There's a linebacker playing just off the line of scrimmage. I did not see him at all. And he just dropped back in coverage right in that passing lane. And that's going to be a short field for Arkansas State to work with. Owens. Looking here, is going to give it off to Spencer. And that is corralled in the backfield. 2nd and 12. Owens trying to pass this football, looking. Going to go short. And that is... Well, that's the conditions out here is wet. That's not a great pass. A little bit of a moment and movement in the back. What a touch pass. What a grab. What a grab. Just wow. Tight end play is doing a number on us right now as Clay gets the ball. And we need to corral this offense. Dropping back, Owens. Looking, going to run away from pressure. Throw it. Good off balance. And good off-balance catch where he goes out of bounds in that comeback. Dropping back, looking. Last play of the 1st quarter. And he goes out of bounds with that one. So not great. We did throw that pick, but we... Yeah, okay, I'm trying to gaslight you here. We're not great, and the defense is not great there. So Arkansas State takes a 10-0 lead on us. I could tell you it's this rain, but really it's just a performance on offense. We need better running and better passing. We get 5 yards there. Hand it off to Butler again. We are still short. The 3rd and short. Dropping back, looking. Pressure up the middle, and Brown's taken down from behind. And we're going to elect to go for this. These conditions are not great, and Washington drops it. Is right at him. It hits him in the hand. What are we doing? We definitely should not have went for this, but Arkansas State's a better team than us, and this could get out of control if we cannot move the football. So handoff here to Clay. We need a strong defensive stand here. Play action, looking. in his face, and down he goes. Gonna be shared by probably a half sack, and Howard was the first one there. Owens gonna hand it off. No, he's gonna do a quarterback keeper there. Lose 2. They're gonna kick a field goal. It's up, and it has the distance. And it's a 13-0 game. We need an answer. Dropping back, looking. Brown, moving it, waits for the route to develop there. Hollier underneath, it gets that grab. That's a 2nd and 4. Going to be a handoff to Butler for the first down, and we have some sort of a drive going. Can we sustain it? Pressure directly in our faces. Good movement there on the defensive line, and that is incomplete. Dropping back again, pressure up the middle. We get the ball away. Washington slips, but he's able to maintain a little bit of his posture and get 6. Dropping back, Brown sucking everyone in to that Riles screen, and a good stiff arm towards the end of that one as well. Dropping back, Brown gonna take this himself for 5. Trying to set up a little bit of a screen game here. If they bite on it, they do. We give it to Butler up the middle, and that is a movement of the chains. A little bit of a 2 tight end set here. Blitz is there. We probably could have hit Hollier deeper. We elect to go underneath. We do get 6. We're going to be a handoff to Butler, bouncing off a couple of linemen, and it's going to be a 3rd and short. We need a first down here. Going to be a give to Butler. Butler trying to go to the sidelines. He does get the first down, and great thinking there to just move the chains. Brown, play action. Nowhere to go with that one. Just quickly there. We need to be smarter and faster. And then after the sack, we have some false starts. They're going to lock Hollier with that, but it could have been going with 3 other players on our line. Now a 2nd and 22, play action, looking, trying to get back into this. Brown is going to go down here. Good stiff arm, but tackled out of bounds. A 3rd and 9. Not the greatest play design here on 3rd and 9, but we're going to put it out here. Maybe if we get a block, and we don't. We cannot get that block on the outside, and we will kick this field goal. In the rain and the wind, we do put it through, and that's a 10-point game at this point. Our defense has come through it sometimes, but it looks like Owens has the aura of God out here. As his possession, it stopped raining. Can he control the weather? Is that what it is? Is he a weather wizard? That's besides the point out of that bad throw. But here we go, going on the outside, has himself a block. And then he's forced out of bounds, but not before moving the chains. Let me give this to Spencer here, trying to get through a little hole, and he does for a small gain. Play back in the game, in it to block. Looking, Owens off balance, not a great throw. Now out of the shotgun here, Spencer holding in the block, looking, and that's great. Collapsing the pocket there, force him to throw. It's underneath, and we stop him before he can get the first down. Now to us, going here. Riles is lit up on that hospital pass, but hey, we need some kind of movement here from this receiving core. Dropping back, looking, has time. Pressure now in his face, and Butler underneath. That's maybe 1. Dropping back, looking, going underneath. What a great play. Going the underneath route and using the other 2 receivers as blockers downfield. And that'll move the chains. Hand off to Butler. Butler has a block here. Going inside Arkansas State territory to the 41. Hand off again to Butler. Has a couple of blocks. And that's a tackle. Likely saves a touchdown. If not, maybe at least the last safety making the tackle. And now on the next one here, quick throw. And that's in the dirt. It's got to be up in the air to the receiver. Blitz comes in, pressure in his face, and Burren does get this, but it's going to be a 3rd and 6. Dropping back, looking, going underneath, Hollier near the sticks, and they'll say he reached over and got it. Butler in the backfield. They rush 4. We're going to set up a screen here. On the outside, Butler trying to get the edge, and he just cannot. It's 2nd and 2. Then dropping back here, moving away from pressure. Trying to get it up, and what? Riles is open there, and we just throw that in the dirt. That was a big play. And then we throw it here. It's 11 seconds left. The clock's ticking. We have no timeouts. We need to get everyone up. Tick, 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 tick. 5, 4. We get it. Last play. We dump it off to Butler and we don't get it. We don't get it. That may come to haunt us. Those 3 points. We could have moved that into a 6-13 game, 1 possession, but we just cannot. We just cannot do it. And now for a shocker, Alabama out here beating 7-0 Texas A&M and UCF beating number 6 BYU. So maybe there are some shockers in this one where you never know who can win games out here, but at the end of the day, it's not one of us going against a better Arkansas State team. So we just need to be better. Here's the stats. Passing, not great, but in these conditions, you're not going to have a lot with that. Rushing was great with a $104. So Brown going to hand this off to Butler. And that is a gain of 6. Brown in the backfield looking. We send it off to a good one to Riles and breaking a tackle, and he'll get a first down. Going to be a handoff to Butler. Butler has some room in to the secondary and in to Arkansas State territory. Dropping back, looking Brown. Going underneath, a little bit of a high pass. Washington can't corral it in. That's a good gain on first down. We need more of those. But can we convert? We do. Butler up the middle. Butler in motion in the backfield from the right. Moving back, looking, bouncing around. Trying to get it to a man wide open. And just, we need to stay in the pocket more with that. But here we go. We are flushed out of the pocket. We're going to run for this one. Get the first down and out of bounds at the 17. Pistol formation, tight end left side. Play action. Looking downfield. Going to pass it across his body a little bit, but Riles is there with a grab, and that's a 1st and goal. So our goal line woes continue. We'll definitely whiz at that point when they stack the box. Brown in the backfield. Poe checks in. Dropping back, looking. Trying to go, and maybe we could have hit one of the underneath routes other than this one. But that's right to the defense. That is not what we needed to have here. So Owens looking to put this game away, and he will hand it off to Clay, and we stop that one. This defense has played great ever since letting up that touchdown, and it's going to be a handoff. Clay on the outside has some room. The 30 taken down at the 34. A little bit of some tempo here for this offense. Handoff again to Clay, and we meet that. Good play by the secondary. We're rushing 3, but we're also having these 3 linebackers put some pressure through these gap blitzes. And it's been working sometimes, but on this 3rd down, and a great play there to stop them. So we need to answer. There's a block. Butler has some room at the 50. One man to really beat the 40, and he's dragged down by the safety at the 35. Big day still for Butler today, but we just cannot put this ball in the end zone. 2nd and 4. Dropping back, looking quick toward left side. Avery there on the out route, and that is a 1st down from the 13. Dropping back, play action, looking, we're rolling away from pressure. As time, we're going to take this. At the 10, slide down at the 4, and it's a 2nd and inches. It's a give here, and Butler to the 3. That's it. And we punch it in a 1st and goal. And again, this linebacking core is fast. 2nd goal dropping back. And that's how fast it is. Immediate blitz up the middle. We just do not contain that one. Now it's 3rd and goal. They send another blitz, and we just cannot get the ball to the right receiver. Why it was open there. we could have had something. We do get the field goal, and that's when that other field goal might have actually helped. It could be a 13-9 game. That one that we forced it and turned it over, maybe we do get another field goal that we're only kicking field goals at that point. We can get that, and it could be a 1-point game. But at this point, Owens calling his number here, getting his first down and moving the chains. And he is rolling. Good pass over on that little RPO slant. And here's another keeper, but Owens is taken down, and we are not fooled with that. Maxey with the stop. It's 3rd and 5. Dropping back, looking. All the coverage is there, and it's caught, but it is short of the sticks. Now we get the ball back, and we're going to put this out to Riles. Riles has a block in front of him, but not work out field past that second corner. Dropping back, start of the 4th quarter. We wanted to get that. Butler with a good play, getting out of that tackle, and that's the first down. Giving it to Butler again up the middle, and shoestring tackle that could have went the distance. So Brown looking at this, and we're going to have the running back stay. We're going to throw this underneath Washington with the grab, and that is a first down. The RPO action, we're going to give it here to Butler, bouncing around. And we do get a good gain of 6, and maybe I just love would take a shot here, but just not able to. Pressure interface. We have to roll out. We're going to go for the sticks at the sideline. A little bit of an iffy contact there. He's already out of bounds, but not going to be called. Dropping back. Brown. Blitz is, well, that's not really a blitz. It's just good play by defensive line that we're just picking up the pressure after they get through the line. On 2nd down, looking here, we quickly throw it, and that was not the greatest decision. And neither was this play again. Looking here, going outside. We just need a little bit more block for Riles, and it's a 4th and 4. And we're going to go for it. Now, if this was a 13-9 game, this could be a big play, but it's a big play for Arkansas State anyways, and we come up with nothing. It's a 13-6 game. We could be sitting at a 12-13 game, 13. If we kick that field goal and we kick the one at the end of the first half. But here, Owens calling his name on the RPO to get the first down. It's ticking here. 6 minutes left to play. Quick throw right side, way over anyone's head. It's a 2nd and 10 out of the pistol. Man in motion to the right. Back over to the left. It's a handoff. Spencer. What a great run by Spencer, working into Panthers territory. Owens making adjustments on the right side. We're going to come off sides with that one. It's a good play. We stop him for a short game, but they're still going to get 5 out of this. And it'll be 1st and 5. And they get us again. It's going to be 1st and 10. And that puts them likely in field goal range and back to a 2-possession game if we can't stop them here. 1st and 10. Looking here, dropping back. We do a little blitz there, and it does not get home. Good underneath route. Almost got there. But now they're solidly likely in field goal position, but they definitely are there. Great play by Owens. Moving to his left and throwing a cross body. Now we got 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Setting up a screen. Going inside, and what a great block by Little on the outside to take 2 players out of it. Gonna be a quarterback keeper this time. Owens bobbing and weaving through traffic, and what a run by Owens to get to the 2. Man in motion handoff here, and that is stopped at the goal line. Spencer trying to punch it in. He is going to bounce back, and he's going to have a touchdown. That, with how our game has been today, we've left too many points on the field. But we're playing for pride at this point. But you never know what could happen. We're dropping back, looking. We're going to throw this across the body a little bit, moving to our left, and Avery has that one. And it's the 2 interceptions that have really hurt Brown, not able to get any actual touchdowns. And well, not helping matters when we roll away from all 3 receivers. Drop back here, pressure immediately in his face, and that's going to be the 4th sack of the day. 3rd and 18. We need something better than this. And sack off the edge now. That's a 4th and 22. First secondary is going to back off here. We need something. Looking, and another sack off the edge. 3 sacks in those last 3 plays is not a good look. And Arkansas State just needs to wind down this clock. They're going to give it off to Spencer here. They don't really need to have us. Another thing that happened in this one, if you see our timeouts, we had to call one timeout because the game kind of bugged out when snapped the ball. So we did have to take that timeout. That's one of the things that, even if we wanted to, we couldn't do that. And in Arkansas State, to insult to injury, puts up a field goal. It's 23-6 to end this game. It was not great. We had a great game that first one against JMU. Great running. We had some great passing. Our defense gave up a lot of points in that one. Our defense gave up a lot of points in this one. At the end of the day, I think as a team, our offense is better, but I don't think it's better by much. As Kenyon Clay out here at 74 yards, 11 attempts and a touchdown. The defense is definitely played better at times than the offense, but the big plays are killing us on defense, and the lack of big plays on offense is killing us at this point. Well, that was not great. I mean, in the rain, we had some issues. We went for it. We had a couple drop passes. At the half, that wasn't great. During the ball there, you got to allow the ball in the air to allow yourself to make a play. I think it's just across the board, not great. We had 413 yards. A lot of it rushing, but that has to translate into something here in our red zone. 50% with 2 field goals. That's why we lost the game there. I mean, we had 2 other opportunities to score. There's your 14 points and your win right there. There it is. And the fact that we lost 2 turnovers, just throwing the ball into coverage, and just not great. So let's look at the player stats here. Let's start with Trey Owens. 19 of 27, $154. Game started in rain, so not a lot. The rushing here, not a lot as well. It's just short field positions and us turning the ball over, but also a couple just not great drives by us, and Clay puts it through. So not big yards in the passing game, but consistent and no drops. So they did give up 1 sack, which is nice to see. We had some pressure, but not enough. TFL's Cam Moore at the Mike linebacker, just with that lurker, was just all over the place. Woods with 2.5, Carter with 2. Have to be better. Now with us, 24, 37, 202, and 2 interceptions with Brown. Just, we threw it. Won the route. I thought he was going under the defender. He goes over the defender, and we throw it right at him. But it was 4th down. I probably should have kicked, because it is the conditions. It's rain outside. We probably could have played a bit more close to the vest and had a better job. Buck 72 on the ground with Butler. I mean, the true freshman is still doing work. A 45-yard scamper. Riles putting it together, but as a senior, this is going to be something we're going to have to figure out. Butler at 21, just not a lot, but I mean, it's a rainy day outside. I would say probably more than 1 drop. We had every drop the ball, which could have moved the sticks, which led to, I believe, a turnover on downs, or at least a interception. But you gotta catch the football. Not the greatest throw ever, but it hits you in the hands. Gave up sacks holding the football, which doesn't help things. We probably need to clean that up. In tackles, a lot of TFLs. We probably need to have more added to this playbook. I'm gonna do that between episodes, but I mean, at the end of the day, just not able to get it done. You do get a level up, but we're not spending the points right now. At 10, we'll have to do it, but let's go into the next week and see what recruiting gives us. Harvey is actually going to be looking at us this week. He's going to be attending a game, and we'll see what we can do. Our playing style isn't the biggest thing right now, but we need to think about that when we go into that transfer. I will actually, let's look at that. I think it's in recruiting where this is. The transfer, no, it's my school. We're looking at playing style. We're looking at is from a receiver standpoint, and the receptions of 79. I don't think we're gonna have anywhere near that with that idea. We're looking at right tackle. What's our right tackle? Is it just yards? Yards per game in the passing. So we need to probably do much better in that bit. So, oh, that's DT from there. Let's look at what Maskell's actual possibility and what he is angry about. Remember, we have to look at each one. And looking at him from a deal breaker. His playing style, so we need to throw the football more. Football and yards is what we need to do to ensure that he does not actually transfer out. But the reality is, it kind of is what it is at this point. We're looking at recruiting. It's not too bad, but we have this week Coastal Carolina going to next episode. We look at the top 25. Obviously, we're not there, but any shockers? Miami is number 1 right now. Miami is 1. South Carolina at 6-1. You see Missouri there at 20 is 5-2. Michigan State 7-1 and only ranked 19th. Okay. Texas A&M ranked 11 with 7-1. No one with more than 2 losses. That's one thing that's pretty interesting with that. The conference standings here, we are only a game behind Appalachian State. Now, I think with our games, we play 7 on our side and then 1 on the other side. I think is might be 2 on the other side with that. Yeah, so it's 2 on the other side, and we play all 6 in our for a combination of 8 games. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah. And yeah, because they're in the MAC. UCF is not with us. Kennesaw State's not with us, and UConn's not. So yeah, so it's 8 games in conference, 2 on our side, and then 2 in the opposite. And we get the ratifications in that. So it's Appalachian State game after Coastal Carolina are big games. We'll be at home in the Nats, and then we kind of go back and forth from there. But next episode, that game is massive for our side. And then Marshall, that last episode might have 3 games in it, but next episode is going to be a big one. So thanks for hanging out, guys. I do want to say you guys are watching this, having great reception with this. I love college football more than I do Madden at this point. So I'm having a blast with this. Georgia State building a dynasty out here. Some of the new things. I'm still trying to figure out NIL. I might look more into it, but we'll figure it out. Have some fun. If you have some tips, put them below. Remember, we don't have a lot of NIL points, so there's that. Thanks for hanging out. I will see you guys next time. Later.